Dear students, today our topic of discussion is 5 Kingdoms. From chapter number 3, Biodiversity. Learning objectives of this lesson are as follows. Students, at the end of this lesson you will be able to: Number 1. Understand the main features of all 5 kingdoms along with their examples. Number 2. Learn about the characteristics of viruses and their place in 5 kingdoms. Have a look on 5 kingdoms. According to 5 kingdom of system of classification, all living organisms are divided into 5 kingdoms, namely Munera, Protista, Fungi, Plantae, and Animalia. Hope you will know that who presented this system, as we already have discussed this. We will discuss the kingdoms one by one in detail. First one is Kingdom Munera. This kingdom includes prokaryotic organisms. Prokaryotes mean that their cells are without nucleus and membrane-bound organelles. Mitochondria, chloroplast, Golgi bodies for examples are absent. Prokaryotes are different from eukaryotes, as eukaryotes contain proper nucleus and membrane-bound organelles. Monrounds are unicellular, while some types form chains, clusters or colonies. Most of monrounds are heterotrophs, means they cannot make their own food. Some monrounds are autotrophs, as they contain chlorophyll and can perform photosynthesis. As concern the examples of monrounds, there are 2 major kinds of monrounds. Number 1, bacteria, and number 2, cyanobacteria. Here you can see internal and external structure of bacteria. In this slide you can see some diagrams of cyanobacteria. Second kingdom is Kingdom Protista. Word Protista is derived from protistos, meaning first of all, as totists are first eukaryotic organisms. Members of this kingdom are unicellular, or simple multicellular organisms. Protists are having characteristics similar to plants, animals and fungi, and on this basis they are of 3 main types. First type is algae. These organisms are plant-like due to following reasons. They resemble plants, as they are with cell walls and chlorophyll in chloroplasts. Second feature of algae is that these are unicellular, colonial, or simple multicellular. Multicellular means they do not have multicellular sex organs and do not form embryos during their life cycles. Second type is protozoans, which are animal-like, as they lack cell walls and chlorophyll like animals. Third type is fungi-like, as they resemble fungi by having absorptive mode of nutrition. Here are examples of protists. Common examples of protists include amoeba, which is animal-like, euglena, which is plant-like, slime mold, which is fungi-like. Now we will discuss third kingdom, that is Kingdom Fungi. It includes organisms which are multicellular, eukaryotic, and heterotrophs. Fungi are having absorptive mode, that means that they secrete enzymes onto food. This type of digestion is called extracellular digestion. Digested enzymes can digest tough substances which are then absorbed. Their cell wall is made of chitin, which is a polysaccharide. Fungi grow very fast as they have efficient nutrient transport. Have a look on the trousers of Kingdom of Fungi. Fungi are edible, but most of them are poisonous. Next kingdom to discuss is Kingdom Plantae. Members of this kingdom are multicellular, eukaryotic and autotrophs, meaning they can prepare their own food. They lack mobility, that's mean they cannot move. Cell walls are made up of cellulose. Plants have multicellular sex organs and form embryos during their life cycles. Sex organs are those parts of the plants which make the gametes, sperms and eggs, while embryo is mass of cells formed from zygote. Plants are common and much familiar organisms present in large number in our surroundings. Major groups of plants are mosses, ferns, conifers, and flowering plants. All these groups you can see on this slide. Last kingdom to discuss is kingdom Animalia. Animals are multicellular, that is important for their motility. They are eukaryotes having cell with membrane-bound organelles and a nucleus. They are heterotrophic or consumers, which are unable to obtain energy from the sun, so they consume other organisms. Animal cells lack cell walls. Other characteristics of animals are: Number 5. Animal ingest food and digest it within specialized cavities. Cavities are hollow structures like stomach. Number 6. They show movements. Number 7. Major groups of animals are invertebrates and vertebrate. Invertebrates are animals without backbone or vertebral column, while vertebrates have backbone. Further divisions of vertebrate are fishes, amphibia, reptiles, mammals, and aves. You can see different kinds of plants on this slide. Now we discuss status of viruses in detail. Their main features are: Number 1. They are acellular, meaning that do not have cellular organizations, even don't have tissues or organs. They don't grow, increase in size. Don't need food to live. Let's see their structure. They contain genetic material, either DNA or RNA, never both. Their genetic material is encased in protein coat. These are different types of viruses which differ in sizes and shapes. Every virus is made of genetic material and protein coat. Common viruses are influenza virus, hepatitis B virus, and nowadays, coronavirus. Viruses as living and non-living. Viruses are at the borderline of living and non-living. As living organisms, viruses have following features. They possess genetic material, reproduce in living cells, and produce number of diseases. As non-living things, they have following features. They exist in the form of crystals when outside the cell of living organisms. They are acellular. Due to these properties, they are not included in 5 kingdoms. Viruses like particles are prions and viroids. Prions are composed of protein only, don't contain genetic material, while viroids are composed of circular RNA, don't contain protein coat. Both these particles cause infectious diseases in plants. They are also acellular and are not included in 5 kingdom classification system. On this slide, see prions, which are only protein, and viroids, which are only made of genetic material. Dear students, note down the homework now. Question number 1 is: identify the kingdoms in the following diagram. Question number 2 is: explain why viruses, prions, and viroids are not part of 5 kingdoms. Question number 3 is: write diagnostic features of kingdom fungi and kingdom munera. Thank you students. Best of luck.